What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the SamSportsTalk YouTube channel. Guys, if you are new here, do not forget to subscribe. We're talking all about the Yankees today. Again, we're here to recap the week. Had a lot of stuff go on this week. It was absolutely crazy last week. We had some DFAs, some rumors, free agency kind of stuff. So let's wrap up the week in Yankees baseball. Alright guys, so before we get into this week's video, if you guys did not watch my video predicting exactly what the Yankees are going to do in the offseason, go click the link in the description right here. Go give it a watch, guys. It was an absolute banger. You guys did a fantastic job watching that video, guys. It was my biggest video on YouTube so far, so I appreciate you guys for all the love and support. Welcome back to the channel, and let's get right into today's episode. So obviously we had some big news last week. I was at work on Friday when we got this news. Tyler Wade, Rougned, Odor, and Clint Fraizer all DFA'd to be able to make space on the 40-man roster for some of the younger guys. Somebody like Stephen Rougned, they ended up putting on the 40-man roster. But listen, it came as a shock for a lot of us. I have been riding with Clint Fraizer ever since he came out of the minors in 2017. You go look at my old tweets. I've been in love with Clint Fraizer for a long time, but, you know, he's got a vision problem or whatever. I wish Clint nothing but the best. He was fantastic when he was with us, but with this vision issue, I don't know what's going to end up happening with him, if he's going to end up even being able to play on another major league roster for the rest of his career. And it sucks, you know, it's extremely unfortunate for somebody like Clint Fraizer, who came up and had an extreme amount of talent. So I wish Clint nothing but the best. I will miss him because he was one of my favorite players on the team when he was playing for us. But it's kind of a move that had to be made. Odor's the second one, and this is like the first one that like surprises me. I kind of saw the Clint Fraizer one coming, but Odor was just a guy that we brought over super cheap. We're not paying for him whatsoever. The Texas Rangers were paying a large amount of his contract at when we traded for him mid-season last year. He was a utility guy, helped out with a lot of depth, played second and third base for us down the stretch, pinch hit a bunch for us. So, but Odor really surprised me because he like really was like the heart and soul of this team last season. Wasn't fantastic by any means necessary. He was not great for us, but he was just like a solid veteran clubhouse leader. That's something that a lot of major league ball clubs need, is a guy like Odor. You know, the mound visits, the notorious mound visits, that kind of stuff. You know, we all loved Odor when he was here, but in general, he wasn't good for this team. Like, we have to put that out there right now. He wasn't good, but he was a great guy for this team. And it sucks, and I'm going to miss him. I know a lot of Yankees fans are going to miss Odor just because of the energy that he brought to the team, but maybe they bring him back. I mean, if he doesn't get claimed by a roster, maybe they bring him back on a super, super cheap deal. But, you know, we still have to see what's going to happen. Like, these guys get DFA'd. They don't automatically go away. We'll get to the next guy in a little bit, but because he now plays Odor, I'm gonna miss him for sure. But like I said, he didn't bring a ton to the team, not as much as somebody that we might be able to bring on this roster this offseason. So I'm gonna miss Rougned, man. I'm gonna miss Rougned. That was a sad one. And then Tyler Wade, I really don't get this one. I mean, Tyler Wade brought so much value to this team as a utility man for the past couple of seasons, and then this year especially played his role when he had to. He was the most athletic guy the Yankees had during last season. I mean, if you exclude like Aaron Judge, but swiping bags like it was nobody's business, you know, could fill in at a bunch of different positions, was hitting really well at one point in time. So I don't really get the Tyler Wade one. He was only making $700,000 a year. I mean, compared to a guy like Miguel Andujar, who had all this potential when he came up, you know, won the Rookie of the Year, all that kind of stuff in 2017. I don't really understand why we DFA Tyler Wade and not get rid of somebody like Miguel Andujar, who hasn't really provided us much value. Like, he instantly got his third base spot taken over by Gio Urshela. Tried him in left field. It wasn't great there last year. So I don't really understand that one. I thought Tyler Wade brought a ton to this team, but it feels wrong. It genuinely feels wrong. Unless there's like these Death Star moves incoming. I don't really like the Tyler Wade move at all. And then, like I said, this guy now plays for another team who literally this morning got traded to the Los Angeles Angels for cash considerations and a player to be named later. It's Mike Trout. Tyler Wade plays for the Angels now, so that means Squid and Wade both play for the Angels now, which is like really weird. So like when we watch Angels games next year, it's gonna be Squid and Wade, which is super weird. But yeah, that's the DFAs. Wade's gone, Odor's gone, Fraizer's gone. So like I said, Odor and Fraizer could get brought back. We don't know what's going on yet. They wanted to clear space for the 40-man roster, so I mean, because of the Rule 5 draft and stuff. So we'll see if they get brought back. Real sad stuff with those guys, but yeah, they're gone. So it seems like the Yankees are out on Correa, and I'm okay with that, to be completely honest with you guys. You guys already know I was pretty much out on Correa from the start. I was going to be upset if they got him, but if we didn't get him, I wasn't going to be too upset because I think he's going to get an exorbitant amount of money. But with the comments last week about Derek Jeter and him not deserving the gold gloves, which, listen, like, there's points to it, but I just think it's downright disrespectful. The meeting with AJ Hinch that he had in Houston, apparently, I think he's like a lock to go to Detroit. I don't think there's another suitor out there for him. I think he's literally like Detroit or bust right now, and they're probably gonna end up giving him $300 million, and that's fine. He deserves that money because he's a hell of a ball player, but I think the Yankees are out. And for all the people that wanted Carlos Correa, I'm sorry. I don't think he's the guy. I don't think we're gonna get him. I think Seager's the guy. And moving on to the Seager news, Seager right now is apparently going to be locked in a bidding war between the Dodgers and the Yankees. I don't know what the Dodgers are going to do. I think Kershaw is going to walk. I think they're going to keep Scherzer, but who the hell knows how much money Scherzer's going to want, and is that going to allow them to retain a guy like Corey Seager? I know they want to slot Gavin Lux in that second base role. That's where Seager was playing after they traded for Trey Turner. Obviously, they want to lock up Trey Turner to a long-term deal. I don't really know what the Dodgers are going to end up doing. It's like there's a couple pieces that are going to go, a couple pieces that are coming back. Plus, Kenley Jansen's still a free agent as well, so they have to end up bringing him back on a relatively good deal because he's one of the best relievers in baseball. So I'm not really sure what the Dodgers are doing. Obviously, you guys know that Seager's my guy at the shortstop position for the New York Yankees. If they're in a bidding war, that's the news right now. The only other suitor that I could see for Corey Seager would be the Mariners, and that's if Kyle goes back, so it would be like a brother thing, and it would be real cute. But that's the Seager news. There's a bidding war between the Dodgers and the Yankees, and I don't know what the Dodgers are doing. Obviously, we don't know what the hell the Yankees are doing ever, but that's the Seager news for this week. Last thing on the free agents and trade side of things, man. The Yankees are apparently the only team interested in Matt Olson right now. I don't know if you want to call that a good thing or a bad thing, but I think it's odd, to be honest with you, that we're the only people out there reaching out for Matt Olson. I mean, Matt Olson is a fantastic player, top 5 first baseman in baseball. Like, why would nobody want this guy? And with the packages that we're throwing out there, you know what I mean? I like the deal that I threw out last week, which included like Peraza, Medina, Wells, and Debbie, but I don't really know why. I just think that's really weird that Matt Olson, like, we're the only team that's in on Matt Olson right now. I just feel like somebody would easily come out of the woodwork and throw up a package together that would be suitable enough for Matt Olson. So I'm here for it. I feel like this deal is just like waiting to get done at this point, to be completely honest with you guys. We're like on the tipping scale of getting ready for Matt Olson to be a Yankee. Like, Joey Gallo's commenting on his like wedding pictures and stuff, talking Yanks is out there boosting and all that shit. So I think we're like on the urge of the Matt Olson trade, but obviously nothing's official yet, so we can't really do anything. But that's the Matt Olson news. We're the only bidder apparently, so that's fantastic. And the last piece of news is that Aaron Hicks and Wandy Peralta are playing winter ball. So that's like cool, I guess. I mean, I don't really like Aaron Hicks. You guys know that. I'm just not a fan. I don't think he's as great as everybody makes him out to be. I think we need another starting center fielder, but I love Wandy. You know, Wandy's a stud. So that's good. If Hicks can go out and winter ball and hoop, I'm perfectly okay with that. And he comes back a completely different player, I'm okay with that. Like, you guys have to understand, I don't like guys that are on this roster, but if they play well, I'm obviously not going to disrespect it. Hicks and Wandy are playing winter ball, and that's like cool, I guess. So yeah. So guys, that's pretty much all I have for the Yankees news this week. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like I said, go watch last week's video if you haven't already to see all the dream scenarios for the Yankees this off season. And then don't forget to follow me on everything at SamSportsTalk on pretty much everything. My Twitter's at SamLukini. You can just find me by searching up SamSportsTalk, and then I'll put all the links to the socials in the description down below. So guys, go follow, subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Guys, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out.